Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, so I wanted to take a moment and just go over what Massive has done to improve our skill builds. So, what you're seeing right now, this is a character that they actually implemented into the PTS. It's not my original character, so a lot of this stuff isn't mine. I'll try and go over the best that I can. So right now, as you can see, they have a P4 marksman rifle, model 700, and then you got the Liberty Deagle. But what's most interesting right now is all the gear that they've associated this character with. There are other types of gear that we can go through that we could try out. This one just happens to be in line with explosion damage. As you can see, this is what, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 120? 120% explosion damage, and this is even running the Demolition Specialist. This is running the Survivalist Specialist class because of the explosive that you get from this perk. But as you can see right now, a lot of the skill power is significant increase in skill power. 383 and 8% skill haste with the mask. You've got the Alpha Summit, 770 skill power with 10% skill haste. Another, the two-piece with the 5% skill power, 20% skill haste, plus the 943 skill power and 10%, and 10,000 plus armor. With this as well, you've got the 261 skill power and the 9% assault rifle damage on the China Light Industry gloves. The Araldi Holdings holster with 44% skill haste. And then the China Light Industries knee pads with a 22% skill haste. As you can see that the China Light Industry is heavily set by using skill-based equipment or gear. Also, the Alpha Summit also has the skill haste, the skill power. Does also have the hive skill power. So if you ever would decide to run a hive along with anything else, that'd probably be your best bet as well. And as you can see, I mean, the variety of gear we have right now is not associated with what we could have in the potential future. So like with this, there's definitely going to be more build diversity regarding, having weapon, DPS, and then skill, but you're going to be low on defense, or you're going to have a high defense, high skill, low weapon. It's all going to be dependent on what you want to run. And I think, from my personal standpoint, they did a phenomenal job in increasing our skill stats. This is where it should have been in the very beginning stages of this game. Of course, situation dictates. It is all about trying to make everything as perfect as possible. Now, after this brief overview of what we have in regards to skill power, I'm going to release the investigation to Kenley College. It's only one of the missions right now. I don't know if the other missions are going to be available. I really hope they are not, because I feel that it's necessary to keep some stuff behind closed doors to be, to get the hype up, to feel suspense, to feel, the build up to what's coming. But yeah, I will have the Kenley College investigation run after this brief build video regarding what is going on with our skill powers. But I also wanted to take a moment and go over the new BTSU data gloves. So these exotic gloves are pretty interesting. I didn't run this during the investigation, but the way they sound, I'm definitely going to give them a try out in the open world. So let's go over the quote. Pop always told me, son, you're only as good as the tools you work with, so I chose to work with the organization with the best tools, Galveston. Now, if you don't know Galveston, spoiler alert, he is in one of the new missions, the White Oak mission, that will be coming out with title update 5. So your best bet is probably that either this will be a project that we will have to complete to get these data gloves, and he will drop the recommended exotic component needed to craft these gloves, or B, he will just drop these gloves after you defeat him during that mission. But yeah, so your best bet is that these gloves will be associated to the White Oak missions somehow. But let's go over the talent. So the elemental gadgetry, skills that apply status effects, gain 100% status effect duration and 30% skill haste. Energy infusion doesn't have a description yet. I don't know if it will. I really hope it should. So I'm pretty sure that they're just not done filling in the description. Charge proxies whenever you throw a skill 25 seconds after landing. It creates an explosion, applying the infused status effect to all enemies within 1 meter. Enemies affected by the infused status effect take 3% more damage from your skills. This also has 3 mods, two of which are utility mods and then 1 defense mod. Overall, I think these gloves are really going to be handy when it comes to making your skill build. Keep in mind you can only use 1 exotic piece gear and then 1 exotic weapon, of course. But yeah, so this should be very interesting. I'm definitely going to give these a shot out in the open world during missions. I already tried running a heroic mission, and they were correct. You're not going to melt heroic enemies because it is scaled to a 4-man team, especially if you're running solo. But the added skill power to those enemies definitely helps. So there's just going to be a lot more diversity involved. But overall, guys, I mean, yeah, Massive did such a phenomenal job increasing our skill power, bringing it where it needs to be. I can already see so many different variations of builds, so much theory crafting going involved. I mean, the doors are now literally wide open with how we can finally have that diversity in the division that needs to be there. And only things can get better with this. So, stay tuned. If you want to watch the investigation of Kenley College, the first mission revolving that, by all means, stay tuned. And you can watch it. You can see how the skills work. You see the cooldowns of the skills, all the skill haste, and just how fast you get your skills back. But also keep in mind, this is with a skill power of 3,000. You're probably not going to run a 3,000 skill power unless you want to be dedicated skill build. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, guys, I mean, they did a phenomenal job. I love it. I love the improvements. Title Update 5 is going to be the skill update, the skill power update, however you want to call it. It's just going to be a great update, and especially for all the ones who want to run skill builds entirely and nothing else. Like, this is the update for you. Overall, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the investigation of Kenley College. This is your spoiler warning. It is story-based, but not regarding the actual main missions. This is kind of like a side mission, but it's still very good. Good piece of lore, good piece of content. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and take care.
Ambushed by Outcast, there's not many of us left. We're at Kenley College. They've got the convoy and our...
Proteus was doing a supply run and infrastructure check on the reservoir near Kenley College, but they went dark just before you got to DC. Kelso assumed they defected, but now we know they ran into some trouble. If they achieve their mission, they should be carrying a mobile shade server. If hostiles get hold of the server, it could severely impact operations. Report to JTF pilot Torres at the White House.
Safe area entered.
Agent, I can't get a fix on the mobile shade server. I'm gonna turn on Isaac's investigation protocol. As long as they have access to the server, this channel isn't secure.
Investigation protocol activated.
I'll try to help you, but unless you can get that server, I think it's best if we keep the chatter to a minimum.
Warning. Tactical appraisals based on limited data may contain errors.
Isaac's investigation protocol collates data and creates an echo to give you some context on the available investigations.
Electronic device detected.
Hey, Mom. Just wanted to let you know that I made it back, and I'm fine. The dorm didn't burn down. Flight was garbage. We were delayed 3 hours and had to switch planes because some fatty broke the plane. Good news, Blue Ladies killed it at the lacrosse derby. Derby ball this year is gonna be sick. The team is amazeballs. Mom, I gotta go. My roomie just came back. She's not feeling great. They think she has strep or something. I promised to go to the health center and pick up her prescription. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I made it back and didn't get murdered on the metro. Love you. Don't forget to listen to my podcast. Prof says I need at least 50 listens to get the extra credit.
Echo, nearby.
Send another guy to pick up the servers. The last one's on a break. You got something to say, asshole? Get that barrel upstairs in the next 30 seconds or I'll make you drink that shit. No.
Investigation selected. Improvised explosive device.
Agent, we need to investigate the Outcast IEDs and see what we're dealing with.
Investigation selected. Improvised explosive device.
Agent, we need to investigate the Outcast IEDs and see what we're dealing with.
Guess I'm going for it. What is hell's name? Taking way too much fire. You're gonna need another med pack.
Detonation sequence detected on encrypted military radio.
The Outcasts must have modified the radios Proteus recovered to detonate their IEDs.
Jamming all radios on this frequency. Jamming failed. Fire suppression system detected. Fire suppression system inactive. Water pressure inadequate. Medical assistance needed. Water pressure restored. Fire suppression system fully operational.
You will suffer. Not this. Dead man walking.
IED analyzed.
The Outcasts must have rewired the radios and used the hydrochloric acid from the convoy to build the IEDs. Agent, go back to the Echo to sync the investigation data.
Investigation. Improvised explosive device. Completed. Investigation selected. Encrypted military radio.
Proteus recovered some encrypted radios. The Outcasts have been using them to mask some kind of signal. I need you to secure one of the radios so Isaac can infiltrate their comms.
Tracking radio signal. Door locked. Unable to override security protocols. Incorrect sequence. Access denied. Security system disabled. Encrypted radio frequencies infiltrated. Radio handset detected. Infiltrating terminal. Infiltrating terminal. Infiltrated. mindset. Analysis of encrypted communications complete.
Thanks, Agent. Now we can monitor their comms. You're done here. You can head back to the Echo.
Investigation. Encrypted military radio completed. Investigation selected. Military server equipment.
We need to map the Outcast comms network to fully understand what we're dealing with.
Accessing server. Field terminals detected nearby. Syncing with encrypted Wi-Fi network. Syncing with encrypted Wi-Fi network. Mapping network. Hostile radio intercepted.
Seeing something weird on the network. I think Division's hacking our shit. Everyone check the terminals. Got it.
You need to defend the terminals while Isaac maps the network.
They have a drone! Back me up! Get up! Finding cover. Through blood! them down. Hit them! They're on the move.
Terminal damage. Full scan. Additional terminal detected. Network mapped.
Great work on getting control of the terminals. Go back to the Echo so Isaac can do some data forensics.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Now! Everyone, attack now!
Serious trauma detected. Military server equipment completed. Kenley Library investigated. Collating tactical data. Collating investigation data.
Great work, Agent. You mapped the comms network, investigated the IEDs, and shut down the Outcast's ability to build and detonate more explosives. That's pretty impressive.